Airbnb. What is happening to Brian Chesky's company? It's absolutely crashing like a lot of the stocks out there at the moment. But it's profitable for the first time this year, and people are still running away. Why are they doing it? Because they're all crazy. Well, maybe they may be hoping the price might go to $50 or something. That would be a bargain. Airbnb could be one of the biggest stocks in the next 7 years, coming into 2030. Airbnb is a profit-making machine on its way to glory. Whether that's $500, $1,000, I'm telling you now, Airbnb is the next Booking.com. So that's Booking Holdings. So let's have a look at what Airbnb is all about. What is Airbnb, you might say? Well, it's pretty basic for most people to understand. It's initially Airbnb and breakfast. Basically, just somewhere you can go and relax, away from your home if you desperately need somewhere to stay, nice and cheap, quick. Boom, that was the main concept. And then you can have breakfast in the morning and off you go. That's a simple concept, but it's growing obviously big from there, but that is where it all began. When they were, so Airbnb. What about Airbnb? Why is the stock just crashing like a lot of stocks out there? Why? It just seems to make no sense. Most people put an Airbnb stock as a house sort of environment. Okay, Airbnb, people are still going to need places to stay, just like renting. That is not an issue for Airbnb. People need somewhere to stay. The issue for other people is maybe more of the ones that maybe the property owners. That's probably where it could hit them, The property owners, Airbnb, if they're not buying more houses to put onto Airbnb, that's an issue. But I think the ones pretty much already in Airbnb are going to keep listing because they need their money. I suppose if there's a recession, which is we're already in one, I'm pretty sure we're all in a recession. I think everyone knows it apart from the US government. But what I would say for Airbnb is you need to buy. Okay? It's as simple as that. You really need to buy. The price now is just unbelievably undervalued, even though the PE ratio might say a little bit more, but I think the PE ratio of this company is going to drop. I really do think it's going to drop soon. And it probably will drop because of the price, but I think you can see a real steady growth still coming there. That's the thing. The growth is coming. And it's going to be big growth, and then it'll settle down and be like the other big companies. But I really think there's a lot of growth in this company. And obviously, let's have a look at a bit of what Airbnb is all about. If you're looking for a place to stay for your travelers, okay, you can rent with multiple people can come stay at the place generally, and also you have the opportunity of either a little private room or an entire house, or heaps of different things in between that with Airbnb. Also, did you know that they even help you out for business travel? Okay, how does that work? Airbnb for work. Basically, this is what they say. Say hello to a happy, more productive workforce. Reimagine your employee. Travel, connection with each other, friendly home business, travel, a space to collaborate, come together as one, and they can also streamline your business travel, and they give you even a data board to help manage the solutions while you're traveling. And did you know that Airbnb sponsored the Olympics? Did you even know that? And they offered celebrities and old athletes able to provide an experience from their own homes, Airbnb, and that was a big profit earner for Airbnb stock. What else What are some downfalls to Airbnb? Obviously, a recession coming is obviously a big one. The quality of the hosts, that has obviously always been an issue with Airbnb. And the super hosts, they're generally at top quality, but then you got the others in between, then the bottom ones. They may lie about the condition of the house. There could be construction going on, they don't let you know. There could be noisy dogs. There's so many things that can happen in that space. So that's something you have to worry about with Airbnb. But Airbnb, this is why you come here for the financials. Now this is where you can see Airbnb fly to the moon, and it already has been flying to the moon. And it's just going to continue to grow into a cash flow beast. I'm telling you now, if you haven't seriously looked at investing in Airbnb, you should do some more research and find out, not financial advice. Obviously, year to date, it's roughly around 50% down, like most stocks. Unbelievable. Airbnb to be this low. It's absolute bargain. It's a value. It's not a value trap. It's an absolute value invest. Time to load the boat. If we look at the revenue in 2017, you're looking at about 2.5 billion, and fast forward to another 5 years on, and we're looking at 8 billion. 8 billion from 2.5 in 5 years. I mean, that is just unbelievable stuff from Airbnb, and they just continue to grow each and every year. Obviously, what you have to look out for with Airbnb is they've only just got to profitability. Only a couple of years ago, when it all happened, the crash, Airbnb crashed to the earth as well. For what was a very, very bad 4.5 billion loss. But in 2 years, it's now a $1.6 billion profit earner. What they do in their 2 years to really make their money, I tell you what, they cut expenses big time. So Airbnb is on the move. You just look at that in 2 years, from a loss 4.5 billion to 1.6 billion. Unbelievable. Now this is a little bit of a curve for Airbnb here with the current total assets versus the total liabilities. At the moment, it's got 16 billion in total assets, but their liabilities are 8%. Not 8%, 8 billion. So about 50-50. Where most of the bigger companies would be about 3 billion. So that is something the Airbnb need to work on, is to cut down their liabilities. It's something they definitely got to work on. But this is the one, 7 billion cash flow. So with all the revenue they got this year, about 85% of it they've got in free cash. They didn't get it from this year, but they just keep stockpiling money and have the opportunity to make acquisitions. They are in a strong financial place, Airbnb, to make a move. And I can believe, if you look at Booking Holdings Limited, I think them on a similar directory to that. And what else do we need to look at? The PE ratio is about 35. I think that's pretty much spot on, because there's still a lot of growth to this company yet. And market cap of around 5.5 billion at the moment. I'm expecting this one to go to 200 billion. You might be saying, what? That means it's going to absolutely be my notches from here. Well, I think this is a stock you just need to really, really look at and look at investing. And a lot of people say it's a boring stock, yes and maybe, but I tell you what, it could be one of the most exciting stocks going forward. I think people are really not seeing the true value in Airbnb, and I think you're going to see a big move from Airbnb going into maybe 2024 or late 2023. But just watch it just steadily, just keep going, boom, and when everybody gets on the gravy dragon, that's probably the time to sell. But Airbnb is definitely a stock you should look at investing. That's enough from me. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned more, just a little bit about what Airbnb does and what the stock looks like at the current stages and where we're hoping it will go. Anyway, that's enough from me. I will see you at the next video. Take care out there.